vision for all to see, regardless for how it feels. I got a bullet with a name on it, bullet with a name. Whoa, cause the cars through the bars you think you see is really concentration on the steel. I got a bullet with a name on it, bullet with a name. You see, everybody's watching and passing judgment on every little move and decision I make. How can I be an individual with the weight of the world and 8 other planets to take? And with everything happening, gunshots clapping and people all running in every direction with their hands up, waiting for the drama to hit. I got my hand out, looking for some money to spend. The price tag on the things I need, I'm getting bigger by the day. I got a bullet with a name on it, bullet with a name. Whoa, the way I work so other things, they just take away from me. I got a bullet with a name on it, bullet with a name, with a name. Let me show you how I'm working. Oh, I'm working harder than 100 black mules out in Mexico. No water, no cloud, no cover from the hotter than hell. No dinner bell at the oven again from another bad opinion. I mean, what does it want? The cars, money, fame, attention, bars, honeys, games, attention, stars. Funny how we say we don't need anything around and try to achieve it. The price tag on the things I need, I get it bigger by the day. I got a bullet with a name on it, bullet with a name. Whoa, the way I work so other things, they just take away from me. I got a bullet with a name on it, bullet with a name.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to AWF Ignition, and we are here in the most famous garden of gardens, Madison Square Garden. My name is Agent K, beside me the ever illustrious Agent A, and we have an action-packed wrestling show as we always provide here on this program. First up, the reigning tag team champions of the world, CNC Trees, facing NC Unit, the team of Noodle, Shokeo. And this match should be a fantastic affair, Agent A. What do you say?
I say it most certainly should be as well, because NC Unit was able to get a little bit of an upset a little while back on a house show, but we know house shows, they exist in their little stratosphere of their own. But now, NC Unit has an opportunity. They're able to get pinfalls against NC Unit. That's a quick defense they have to put up before end of days. And just think about this. NC Unit, tag champs, end of days, and they're the ones facing the winners of the Double Dash tournament. Listen, I think that would be cinematic, but what would be even more cinematic is a retaining champion, well, they'll ideally so, not even having to defend the belts. They can get a little rest, kick the feet up, and talk strategy. And here you see CNC Trees, Liv Morgan, Choco, and Karam, the Actions World Tag Champs.
And you know, these two have really blossomed into their own as tag team champions, as tag team wrestlers. I remember once upon a time that CNC Trees were under the tutelage of one Lionheart, and now, well, these two men are the king of their jungle. And for NC Unit, we all know the story between Noodle and Shokeo. They split up, got back together, you know, going up and down the road. But it looks like they are one unit, no pun intended, under the tutelage of MF Omega, which is an interesting combination, Agent A.
And Omega still yet to compete with them as a tag team. As a trio, yes, but tag team, he sits back and lets Shokeo and Noodle do the work.
Well, I think that's a great decision, honestly. They have tag team experience, being one of the OG duos here in the Actions Wrestling Federation. The street style attitude, rough and tough. Nothing fancy about these two. Though Shokeo is, without a doubt, one of the most fashionable men I've ever seen in my entire life.
You're biased.
Well, listen, I know good taste when I see it, you know. Me and him have traded perfumes, colognes, and things like that. How do you think I smell this good at this commentary booth? These people behind me are practically trying to eat me alive, you know?
Of course. Well, here you see MF, Coach and Omega, Steve Jackson, Phil Jackson of the mix, Show KO, and Noodle. They look poised. They look game and ready. Do you think, K, just talk about Noodle and Show KO being one of the OG duos, now going up against one of the best duos to come out of AWF Season 2. What do you think when you see these teams grab those tag ropes as a fan, a connoisseur of tag wrestling yourself?
Well, I think the obvious comparison to make when it comes to CNC Trees is the Motor City Machine Guns. They have that high-octane, high-flying wrestling style that makes them a joy to watch and dizzying to their opponents. And of course, Noodle and Show KO remind me of the bad dudes with attitude from the 90s. Sean, the Heartbreak Kid, and Diesel.
And now hooks the leg. One, no, not even a one.
Odd couple pairing with the same philosophy. They just want to get in that ring and hurt people. And that's what Noodle's looking poised to do with that knee. That elbow to the knee, and swung wildly there. Look at this, a choke slam up, and oh my good. And right back up is Karam, the self-proclaimed wrestler of the two. When it comes to CNC Trees, though, Choco has got a motor like we've never seen before here in the AWF.
And here, Choco watching as Karam puts hands and fists to Noodle.
Look at this. A big power bomb. He holds it. Great core strength by Noodle. And look at that. Choco putting a stop already. Choco isn't a small guy by any means, but look at the size difference between him and the nasty Noodle. And now Choco taking care of Show KO. CNC Trees in control in the early goings of this matchup.
And here now, CNC Trees managed by Liv Morgan. So they still have a bit of a mean streak to them. And big right hand, no. Morgan even taking a hiatus from the other side to come and truly mentor and get CNC Trees ready that game for end of day season. And what the hell, telling Omega you can't see, and taking control of the match here. Here comes Karam, Canadian Destroyer.
And that is the high octane style I was referring to. And look at that. That was some real innovative offense we just saw. Off the bottom rope into the Canadian Destroyer. Show KO is in no man's land, and Noodle is on an island by himself. This does not bode well for NC Unit.
And down low, Choco. He's back to his feet quickly. Noodle fighting with all he has. Wrenches the arm. Wrenches it again. And another wrench down. Gets him on the mat.
At one point, the Nasty Noodle was the top contender for the heavyweight championship of the world. And I don't think that those dreams have been dashed by any means. But those tag team titles are just as good in my opinion. To be known as one half of the World Tag Team Champions, to join the lineage of RSVP, AK-170. Those guys who have made moment after moment here in the AWF.
Choco sends Noodle off the corner. Tag is made to Karam. Here comes now. Rains down the right hands.
Tandem offense by the tag champions. That's why they get the right to call themselves that.
One-time world champions they are. Into the corner.
And they're making it worth it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do have electric news to get to later regarding the current AWF World Champion AJ Eros, but more on that later. And oh my goodness.
Yeah, and that's still a shock, isn't it? AJ Eros winning that world title. Way to skip the line. Usually a guy would get one of the Stepping Stone championships.
Big chop.
But he went right for the Golden Goose. And
the new general manager of Monday AWF is coming in, gonna deliver a message.
New general. You got the scoop, Agent A? What's going on?
Well, all that we revealed a little later. They're not here in namesake, but they do have messages to deliver in. Well, news will be revealed after the matchup. Here comes a German suplex, deadlifting. The ref is trying to get Choco out of the ring while Show KO. Drop kick the Noodle. Here now, hook of the leg, down 1, 2.
And Choco taking care of business on the outside, but Noodle still finding a way to kick out. And that was an amazing move by Karam there. He missed the first kick, and they got him with the second one to the back of the head, and now Hurricane Rana off the top rope.
Here, Choco beating away on Show KO.
You gotta love CNC Trees and this breakneck speed that they're going at.
They're flexing their muscles. They feel mighty, mighty confident.
But you gotta watch out for the 290 pounds of muscle that's hauling ass right at you.
Here comes
That's
the
named the Nasty Noodle, and he looks pissed off. They just got hit with a Hurricane
Miss.
Rana.
Here comes the CFU.
Emphatic and with authority. And now Karam finds himself in the wrong corner.
Tag made to Show KO. He's in.
Show KO, Mr. Hollywood, Mr. Big Shot, looking to call his shot.
Was daring, for some reason, daring him to strike. Karam, maybe a bit too cocky, kicked to the midsection. Here, strung up into the, big chop away. Nice forearm.
And Karam is just beating Show KO now, down into the corner of his partner. And here's a tag to Choco.
Hoisted up. Oh my goodness, fireman's carry!
Oh my
suplex! What a maneuver! What a combo! A fireman into a German. Choco now sends. Oh, they're doing it again, Kay. They're doing it again.
I don't think Show KO knows what planet he's on right now.
Here in the garden.
My God, he's barely hanging off the apron. He wants out right now. That German suplex from both men. Ultimately devastating.
And Karam, he's here. He's going to let him catch his bearings. And sending Noodle off away. In back.
And Show KO finds a way to get back into this one. A sharp fork. Oh, I thought it was a forearm. That was a straight punch. Right to the side of the head. Now to the corner.
Nice kick to the low section. Tag made.
Once again, you have to note the chemistry between these two men. Rapid tags, not letting any one guy get too worn out in this tag team matchup.
And Choco, who once people claimed you can't wrestle. You know, I do believe he's been keeping up a nice pace, all year practically. So, he shut up his naysayers pretty quickly into his career. Kick low section.
Well, I mean, he's got the World Tag Team Championships. That's all the evidence that he needs that he can wrestle. But now he's going to have to prove it once again because he is in the ring with one of the best tag teams that the AWF has ever produced. Look at that hot shot over the top rope. And now,
back into the ring
Noodle,
goes.
who's the non-legal man, is into this one. Look at that. Couple of shots to the nose. Boom!
Karam sends him into the corner. And
it is
Show
absolute
KO.
pandemonium. What's Miss Morgan doing in the ring now?
Liv Morgan!
Oh my goodness! And a shot to the leg of Farrelly. The referee is down right now.
And here comes Morgan going after Noodle.
All hell is about to break loose.
Noodle. Down goes Noodle. Show KO. Morgan's trying to stop it.
Oh my goodness. I don't think CNC Trees really needs this. And I don't think they want it either.
CNC Trees getting help with Morgan beating the daylights out of NC Unit.
And now Liv Morgan might have sensed that the champions were in a bad way. And because of it, she is taking it upon herself to deal out punishment. And it looks like Farrelly might have just caught her applying that Boston Crab. And he did. He did.
And Farrelly takes her out of the equation in brutal fashion. Show KO. Dumped back into the ring. For a minute, it looks like Choco trying to line up something on the chair. Farrelly takes out of the equation.
Wants it to be a clean match, as do we all. And once again, Choco getting distracted by the man on the outside. Now he has to make the tag. Show KO is incapacitated in the corner. Choco was trying to make Oh, he doesn't even know where his partner is right now. He's not so damn loopy that his ring awareness is hurting him. He's finding the ropes to get back to his feet, but now Shokei's back to his, and Lou Thesz press. Mr. Hollywood is all over Choco right now. He's gonna hook the leg
Down
to pin the tag team champions of the world.
2.
Oh my god. A hair's length away, Asian A, from that being a 3 count. Look at that dragon screw leg whip.
That would have, been NC Unit's opportunity to go in the end of days with some gold.
Certainly would have.
Wait a minute.
Here we go.
Who's gonna get the tag first?
I don't know.
Is anyone gonna get the tag? It's Karam in. Can they stop the tag? The Noodle? They do.
And MF Omega trying to get involved. Perhaps retribution for Morgan's involvement previously. Oh my goodness, a beautiful arm drag by Choco. CNC trees working like they've got one mind.
And the ref continues to try and get Choco out. He still wants to carry punishment of his own.
Malfunction at the junction there. And Shokio's going to take advantage.
Off the ropes. Wrapped up in the way.
Lock.
Back suplex. Karam springs back up.
The resiliency of this kid.
Right hand. Shokei. Down goes Choco.
He's fighting a battle with 2 men on opposite side of him. And now, Choco's the one off the apron. And here we go.
Springboard forearm.
What's this?
Here comes Karam.
Oh, he's getting for that kick again. Boom! Right to the back of the neck.
And
Choco gonna follow it up with this Boston Crab.
Half crab and tears the leg. And look at this. Karam trying to continue the work, the homework.
I have no clue what team is gonna come out of this one the victor.
Oh, that's old school.
Oh, that is old school. A back rake.
Back suplex of his own.
And that was a Japan-style suplex there, high up on the neck and shoulders. We know that Karam was a student of the game. We are seeing his lessons unfold right now.
We're seeing the lessons of...
What is this?
We're seeing the lessons of the Lionheart and Morgan in effect right now.
CNC tree. Oh, this is not the way to do it, fellas.
Well, tell that to Jericho's half of and Morgan's title runs.
Well, listen, I don't see... Oh, my goodness, and it backfired on them.
His ass.
It backfired on them in a most vicious way. The tag to the respective big men of the group.
Spear!
Oh my god, a spear!
Double axe handle.
Shokio into the ring. This crowd is reaching a fever pitch. MSG's loving what they're seeing.
Picking up the nasty Noodle. Choco setting Noodle and Shokei into the corner.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
In boom.
And an NC Unit sandwich in the corner. Noodle is out and gone. Shokei is a sitting duck. Karam is lighting him up like a Christmas tree, but Shokei will not be denied. He might be looking for the springboard here. He says, get back into the ring. And what's this? Is this Choco's elbow we're about to see?
We are.
Oh!
He tried to stop it. He cannot. Right hand.
Knocked him loopy. Looks like he was going for an overhead belly to belly there.
Here, Choco caught with a sidewalk slam. Back to his feet. Elbow from Shokei. Here comes Karam into the ring. Noodle has Choco
What's this?
hoisted up in for a big CFU.
CFU. And you almost got the pin cover there. Karam was not paying attention. Busy with Shokei. Oh my god, what a vicious kick to the back. Where the hell is Karam going?
He has to get out of the damn ring.
Oh my god!
He flies and lands on top of MF Omega.
Talk about sitting ducks. MF Omega was there to be the crash pad. That Karam has had enough. He's got nothing to do with this match. But
Choke on the count to Noodle.
watch the action in the ring. Shook KO.
One,
Shook KO.
two,
It's hauling ass. Oh!
3, and a pile driver to Omega. Angel's wing to Omega. Right as Choco got the 3 count.
What chaos we have just witnessed. And this is the opening contest, Agent A. This is the first match of AWF Ignition, and what a match it was.
That was a spectacle. Look, for a minute, for a lot of that, it went either way. But on this day, it went the way of CNC Trees, the champs. And now they get to kick back, relax, and waiting for the main event. Jay White, Jay Uso, against the Devastators. And they will win and decide the stipulation for End of Days. Now that's big stipulations on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, we have more up next from me and Agent K. We're live from the Garden MSG. Just last night, the Knicks pulled off an upset that you wouldn't believe. Well, this afternoon, you're seeing CNC Trees retain. And up next, we're seeing we're seeing Striker Johnson take on Michael Stevens. And that match, it's here, it's now. And there you see it. Striker Johnson with the Refuge, Sean Sunny, and for some reasons, the enigmatic Violet. Maybe it's just because she's that damn beautiful, but they allow her to continue. Sunny does not give a damn. She, on a consistent basis, we saw her with Ethan Cooper just yesterday in Yankee Stadium. We know the lines between Sunny and Cooper, but still and so, listen, I can't say anything. It's not my life to care about. I care about Johnson and Stevens getting their go at it in the Garden. Here we are. It's been quite some time.
Well, it seems like these gentlemen find the enigmatic Violet to be an alluring young lady. But I'm afraid that her presence at ringside is not going to factor into the decision of this matchup. What is going to factor is the amateur wrestling style of Striker Johnson against the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt style of Michael Stevens.
Well, the last time, ladies and gentlemen, we saw Striker Johnson was December 20th of last year with TJ one-on-one in the ring, tried to get that Renegade Championship. That was then, this is now. We've also seen with Sean Sunny ringside, mostly so. But that's very different. Very different. And now, here comes the man returning, trying to get his respect back, Michael Stevens. The man has beaten Blitz. The man has beaten Mamba Ant. The man has beaten some of your favorites and wants to do it still and so. And now, on this day, he'll face up against Striker Johnson. And ladies and gentlemen, the news given to us about the AWF Championship and the new general manager. Well, first and foremost, Monday Night Chaos, the merger with TIF is still to come for Season 3. We're going to see on the final Monday, AWF, some more of that. And, the new general manager leading us into Season 3 is someone that Michael Stevens and many of his style might respect.
Well, just spit it out already. Stop all that fanfare. Who's the new GM?
Ricky the Dragon.
Whoa!
Steamboat.
The Dragon!
In the suit, calling the shots for Monday AWF. And, he's starting off that immediately. He says, it's very clear that, what needs to be done regarding the title. And, ladies and gentlemen, it's almost as if that match as of yesterday did not happen. CM Loaf is still our AWF World Champion.
Wow.
And, it's up to AJ Arrows to hand that belt over by Monday AWF. But, even if so, there's a spare belt ready to go. But Loaf wants that belt back specifically. He wants that one back. So, that's between Loaf and Arrows at this point. And the Dragon, that's them, and this is now. Right now, look at this. Bell sounds. Steven rolls to a Boston Crab. The bell has sounded for Stevens and Johnson. And already, there's no strikes. That's not a lockup. That's just straight a hold. Off rip.
Well, good on the Dragon. He's always been a man who sees that there have been some injustices in our sport. And he's dedicated his life post-wrestling to rectify them. So good on Ricky Steamboat. But let's get back to the action here as Michael Stevens with a nice drop kick to the side of the head of Striker Johnson. And Michael Stevens will apply nothing but pressure here against the younger Johnson, might I add, who has prolific NCAA championship wins in freestyle and folk style wrestling.
You know,
you can see that right there. There we go.
Johnson, look at Sonny. Sonny almost trying to give Johnson a lob. Instead,
oh, but there's no poison ranas in college now, is there, Striker Johnson? Here we go. 1, 2.
and almost a 3 count. Now call it, okay. You know the different styles. You know, call it. Don't even think about it. Whatever it's a wrestling match. Think about it as pure. Just who do you think between these two and their styles?
I'm not calling anything. You're not gonna have me bet on a horse when these two, as far as I'm concerned, are thoroughbreds. But it looks like Michael Stevens is winning this race. Look at that! Oh my goodness!
And dear Lord Almighty, here comes more.
And
Johnson down. 3 Wolf Slayers. Nearly 3 count.
3 Wolf Slayers back to back to back. And Striker Johnson, you know, it might be that headgear that protected him. That might be the only thing. Look at that. Look at this. And a nice forearm of Michael Stevens, you know.
Wait, Stevens going up the ropes.
Oh!
Salts.
And he got all of that. When you talk about Michael Stevens, a guy who has trained BJJ in karate for most of his life, the way he's adapted to professional wrestling, Agent A, is really something to behold. Like you think about Kurt Angle and some of those athletes when you take the style of grappling.
Oh, look at this. Johnson stops Stevens
and apply it to
he finally got caught.
But that right there is a textbook technique.
Ankle lock.
The outside single to the ankle lock, and Michael Stevens getting a rope break.
Sonny and Violet, they're both cheering. They love what they're seeing. And a crossface, a Stevens level crossface, trying to match him in a level of skill.
And look at the tree trunk arms of Striker Johnson. That has got to hurt tenfold.
Stevens trying to kick his legs back to get him those ropes. Not able to happen. Instead, he rolls out, low section kick, swing, miss, duck under, beautiful. Stevens out of the way, pop to the head. That protective gear of Johnson, he's one of the only to wear it in the AWF.
You almost out of breath calling this fast action, my God.
And right there,
he catches the boot. Face first goes Johnson. And Michael Stevens is going to try to slow the pace. Like I said, he's a thoroughbred.
And he does. Cradle mutilation.
And if he's going to have it his way, Agent A, this match is going to stay on the ground. Because as they say in BJJ, you can't tap anyone out in wrestling.
And there, push up right back to the feet. Here. Swing around. No, he doesn't even let Stevens finish whatever he wanted to start. He moves out of the way. Stevens returns with the strikes. The lockup. There. Stevens.
Oh, he's got him hoisted on the top rope. If I'm Striker Johnson, I am fighting tooth and nail to get out of whatever Michael Stevens has planned. Stevens! Oh my goodness, Hurricane Rana. Right to the center of the ring. And that's not where you want to be if you're wrestling a submission specialist. And now Stevens is going to get this sequence. A triplet of clotheslines. Striker Johnson finds himself in the corner yet again.
And Stevens follows it up with a foot to the face.
And that's just mean right there. That's just...
Stomps 3 of them.
Once again, you look at these two guys. There's no championship on the line, nor is there one in sight, quite frankly. But they are fighting to be in that race.
The swings and connections from Stevens. Off the ropes, down Stevens.
That. Oh, wow. What a beautiful German suplex. You can't do anything but applaud, which my broadcast partner just did. Because that was beautiful. And now, oh my, that was a wrist. That was a risk, and I'm not sure if that paid off in the slightest. Look at Striker Johnson now. Like a shark smelling blood in the water. Power bomb. Good God, off the apron.
Springboard back up! How did he spring to his feet like that?
The Lone Wolf has mental conditioning like no other.
Right hand, a forearm. Johnson!
Oh!
Olympic slam! Hook of the leg!
And that
down.
is traditional.
1.
And a kick out of 2. Stevens still alive. Kip up, showing that he's not affected. Backhand. Kick to the side of the head. And now Stevens is just chopping the flesh of Johnson. Johnson with a nice amateur throw. My God, I could watch these guys forever. They are just lighting it up here.
And now Johnson has him on the top turnbuckle. Okay, that's dangerous. That's dangerous.
It certainly
no.
is.
Look at this. Look at this. Johnson, middle rope. Olympic slam from the middle rope. Down goes Stevens.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Out.
0. Tight lockup. High knee.
Stevens says, "Is that all you got?" Poison Rana.
And now follows it through in for a Widowmaker. Stevens. Johnson. He's in the middle of that ring. Nowhere to go.
He has got no roasted clutch. He's just going to use the leg. Oh, was that a push-up? Did Striker Johnson just do a push-up?
Try to catch Stevens with a clothesline. Out of the way. Right hand. Stevens.
Oh, that was a sharp knee.
Now he's going to go back to attacking the limbs.
And
Johnson slow back to his feet.
That's the edge that Stevens has over Striker Johnson. Oh my gosh, he has that striking expertise. It's not only BJJ, it's karate and taekwondo. He's got all bases covered.
Stevens stands tall, stands mighty, winds up a connection. And right hand. A crossface!
And now Stevens applies his hold. And Striker Johnson is about to get his head wrenched off his damn shoulders. Look at Stevens.
No ropes
with
to
the
grab.
gable grip as well. My God, I don't know how this kid is doing it. How is Striker Johnson able to fend off the submission? I look at that pure athleticism of Johnson. Couldn't connect with the moonsault.
Instead, Stevens has him for a Wolf Slayer.
And not just one, H&A. And I'm afraid not just 2 either. He wants to put the nail in the coffin.
6 this match. Hooks the leg.
Wolf Slayer Central. 1, 2. Oh.
No way!
He just run out of the ring.
And
oh my goodness. Freak athletes. That's the only thing that these guys are. Freak athletes.
And Stevens, he's at the top. Coffin drop is nuts. He connects on it this time. I would not have gone for it a second time this match. Johnson's been capitalizing.
The ring. Pin him. Pin him.
And instead, Stevens, he wants more.
Might be going for that springboard knee. What's he going for? Oh, he's house over the top rope.
Right hand. Johnson, a kip up. Here comes a right hand. Still with that springboard and a moonsault. Cover.
This has got to be it.
Win. 1, 2. Michael Stevens
with an emphatic victory here at Ignition. Going against a Striker Johnson who was no slouch by any means. And if you want the proof, look at that right there. Olympic
That's the
slam.
second one. That wasn't the first, ladies and gentlemen. The second one.
Flying through the air with only a hope and a prayer that you don't injure something on that crash. Is the risk that Striker Johnson took. And I'd say it's worth it because Michael Stevens knows that he was just in a match against one of the best young prospects that the AWF has to offer.
Well,
but young is the operative word in that sentence because the veteran expertise, I'm afraid, is what won the Lone Wolf this matchup.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do have more coming up next. It is Vincenzo, the Harlem Knight, taking on Mr. Madden of Arizona. And oh, well, if you can see the priceless look on this man's face, We do and still have more up next. Vincenzo is poised to face Tiptastic at End of Days, May 25th.
Forced to get his ass kicked.
That's how you feel about it.
That is how I feel about it, and I'm
I'm
hope
sure if
that's
you
how.
asked other people, they feel differently.
Well, I hope they don't.
Well, we're gonna see Mr. Madden and Vincenzo.
Look at him. Look at him pandering. I've never seen that much New York gear on Vincenzo in my life. But now we're in MSG. All of a sudden, he's a.
Why would he wear?
He's a born New Yorker.
You're a funny guy.
Good grief!
What do you want him to wear? His New York? He's worn. His gear is red and blue because he's a Giants fan.
Mr. Madden is a billionaire, and he is more sincere and honest.
You want him to be like Mr. Madden, who wears his gear because that's the Phoenix Suns gear. He's from Arizona. You want him to be like that?
He's going down the ramp. He's not talking to any fans. He knows that this is a sport. He knows that these fans paid their hard-earned money to see two men wrestle, not the Harlem Globetrotters, okay? And I'm afraid that's what we're about to see when Vincenzo comes down that aisle.
You have interesting words, and well, in MSG, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we're gonna see if that some of that New York City love is gonna roll. Oh, I have not heard that in a minute.
Oh, and now he's bringing this back. Oh, the old Vincenzo is back. Is that what I'm hearing?
I think this song is for you too, man. I mean, listen.
Well, if Vincenzo lays a hand on me, he's a coward, because I'm not an in-ring competitor, okay? I am an announcer, you are an announcer, and that's what we'll be, okay?
Well, listen, the Don Vincenzo plays by no rules. He is from Harlem, just up on a train ride, wearing a Derek Jeter jersey as he strolls to the ring with a calm look. Him and Mr. Madden, good old friends, they know each other. He has once, even in past, gotten some...
Is he even a fan of baseball?
Yes! I mean, he's more of a fan of Aaron Judge these days, but he's a fan of baseball. He likes the Yankees. He could, he hopes they do good. I mean, they're kind of subpar right now, but that's besides the point. That's why he's wearing Derek Jeter jersey, probably remind him of the good times. And
he's wearing a Tipville jersey if he wants to be reminded of the good times.
Well, maybe Tiptastic should make a good Tipville jersey. Right now, he's got...
Yes, I have one in my house. It fits me great.
All right, fanboy. Whatever the hell that has to do with anything, we have Vincenzo, former world champion, up against Mr. Madden, who, well, he's not a world champion, but he once competed for the IC title way back when, and he is a worthwhile competitor. He just spends a lot of his time in a business suit, sometimes working with Kitty KO and their entrepreneurship. Here, you'll see Madden, you'll see Vincenzo, two sides of the ring. The bell sounds, here comes Madden. Oh, wow!
Look at that, like a freight train. And don't let the billionaire status fool you. Mr. Madden spends a lot of his time in that home gym that he's built. And you can see that it's paid off. So
does Mark Zuckerberg. I'm just saying, it doesn't always work out well for them guys.
Mr. Madden is
here. Oh my
three
goodness,
of Mark Zuckerberg.
Good Lord have mercy. Fisherman Busters and right hands from Madden.
Ref, check the hair. He's holding on to his hair.
You want to grab the zebra stripes and do his job?
Hey, listen, I'm just calling what the ref isn't, all right? It looks like Vincenzo's got a handful of hair.
Big drop kick. Oh, Madden starting off a good spree.
Look at the pure athleticism of Mr. Madden. Look at that.
Off the ropes.
Oh.
Cross body. The explosiveness of Madden. Vinny with the roll up. 1, 2. And ladies and gentlemen, you can see more of Mr. Madden and Vincenzo. Oh, coming up in the MLA Baseball Season 1. Season 1 starts on May 26th. That's then, this is now. And right now, Vinny tried to get a good spree going with that military press. But Madden, whoa! The Madden with these kicks, he connected. Vinny couldn't duck him for long. He did his best. Down. Cover. 1. No, well, never mind. Forget my one.
Vincenzo's worried about getting retribution, quote unquote, against Tiptastic. He might need to get through Mr. Madden first if he does at all. He might not make it to the end of days.
Here, Madden. Oh! Look at him. And it pulls him away from the ropes. Intellectual guy he is.
Intellectual?
And Vinny
I thought we were
elbows.
commentators here, not professional flatterers. Intellectual. Now Mr. Madden He's got Vincenzo in the ropes. Vinny's got to watch where he's going. He almost took down Ferrelli on that one.
This pure strength. Ladies and gentlemen, he is flinging around a 260-something pound man like he's a pillow. Like he's like that. It's just a bit sickening to see with your own eyes. German suplex.
Mr. Madden, that's an intellectual right there, rolling out of the ring. And what is Vincenzo up to now? What's he got?
My God! Ton bomb! Ladies and gentlemen, Vinny would be disappointed if I didn't mention he's oming his favorite Jeff Hardy. That is why he has the moveset he does now. He wanted to evolve from that brute stereotype, and here comes these German suplexes straight on the apron area on the outside to Mr. Madden. And follows it up. He's not done. He's making use of this 10 count. That's IQ. Why don't you mention that? Because he's not your favorite superstar? That's fair enough. Continuing on. Madden grabbing...
IQ mugging a man on the outside when the act is supposed to be in the ring.
If Mr. Madden was doing it, what would you be calling it?
Well, he's not doing it now, is he?
Here, another one of these fisherman busters. 5 count. Madden, is he going to escape? No, he's not. He's going for a Coney Island ride. German suplex.
Now Ferrelli is pleading with Vincenzo to get Madden back into the ring. Look at him. He wants to escape the brute stereotype. He's not really doing a good job now, is he, Agent A?
Now, most brutes don't do swanton bombs unless they're Jacob Fatu or Ivar.
Well, most brutes are idiots, and that's what Vincenzo's showing me right now. Could have got himself counting out there.
Listen, some people consider Mr. Madden a brute. Here comes, whoa. And here comes Vinny. Rolls with it. Trying to crank up the leg and knee of Madden. And right there, shot to the face.
Flat of the boot to the face.
Madden!
Here we go.
Scoops him up.
Here we go.
Big Red! Power bomb!
Sudden impact.
Madden has Vincenzo primed, sighted like a sniper. Swing, miss, strike one.
You might have heard the footsteps. But Mr. Madden's on go. Beautiful snap suplex. And there's a suplex, Vincenzo, if you want one. Oh, and a knee right to the side of the head.
Madden.
And look at him, the coward. Rolling out of the ring.
What is it? But when Madden did it, it was IQ.
But when? We're talking about the present right now, Agent A.
And why is it not IQ now? How is it cowardice now and not...
All I see is Mr. Madden getting retribution for what Vincenzo did to him earlier.
And Vinny, right hand. Oh no. You call yourself a right down the middle guy. You kind of contradict yourself a lot.
Well, it seems...
Madden. Elbow drop.
It seems to me that it's only okay when a man gets revenge if he isn't a billionaire.
And several elbows. Vinny getting back into the ring. No, he's waiting for Madden to get back in the ring. Now he steps back in. These two on the same ground. Vincenzo down, ducks under. Went for an overhead belly to belly. He gets it. Gets it. Madden, scoop. Excuse me. No. To his feet. Out of the way. Left hand. Right hand. Vincenzo. Mr. Madden's one of the most durable people in the company to take these shots and still be standing 10 toes and still counter have offense of his own. Vincenzo into the corner. Madden scoops him up. What does Mr. Madden have gained for Vincenzo? He is going sky high.
Hopefully
middle
the
rope.
kill shot.
It looks like it, Kay.
Oh, we've seen this do horrible things to grown men. And Vincenzo, I'm afraid that you might not make it to the end of the day. Oh, what the hell?
What was that about not making it to the end of days? Vinny, right hand. Oh, mean right hand. Oh, wow. Madison Square Garden, anything but nice.
The first time I've agreed with a New Yorker in a while.
Madden is clipped open now. Clipped open after those shots from Vinny. And look at him. Look at the power. Look at the power.
When's the last time you've seen a man face Vincenzo and go power for power with him?
I have the answer. You just wouldn't like it. Here, down he goes. Vinny. And, oh, Mr. Madden now. Mr. Madden can get the upset in Madison Square Garden. He's ready. He's set. Game, set, match. Swing, miss. And a strike two, I'd call that.
He's looking at the screen.
Look at him, look at him. Oh. And what's wrong with that? That's IQ. Using what's you. Oh, right. Good shot to the low section.
You gotta focus on your opponent.
Chop.
He's over there looking at that at the screen to see when Mr. Madden's coming around.
Right hand, no. You need to have a different type of body calibration to be able to do that successfully anyway. I've tried, trust me. Right hand, and Vincenzo.
And guess who taught him that sort of body calibration?
Definitely wasn't Tiptastic. 5-star classic, Kenneth Kilgate. You're absolutely right. Here. And here comes... Oh, is this finally going to be the one that connects for Madden? Oh! God, it is, ladies and gentlemen.
You gotta be kidding me!
He tried to dance. He tried to shimmy. Madden had enough.
He's not gonna be taken for a fool. That was a hellacious power bomb. If I'm Mr. Madden, I'm giving it another one just for good measure.
These two exchanging strikes in the Garden. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have Kira Silva taking on Bianca Belair for the AWF Divas Championship. And, well, I'm pretty sure everyone and their mothers is betting and praying Kira Silva isn't retaining that one. And here, down.
Well, listen, I'm one of those people. But let's see if I get that in this tonight. And Vincenzo. Oh! Almost looked like a penance DDT.
1, 2, kick out!
How about you get your own moves, Vincenzo? Now, Madden out of the ring once again.
Here comes a frog splash! Going for a ride.
Listen, I don't understand taking these unnecessary risks just to appease these greedy New Yorkers here in MSG.
And continues with these right hands to Madden. With a sweep back up. They're fighting on the outside. Yet again. Referee pleading, saying, hey guys, get inside. That's where the match has to end. We don't want any discrepancies about this. Several shots, rights, lefts.
Notice how all the time on the outside has been because of Vincenzo.
Springboard clothesline!
Look at that. Mr. Madden right back up.
Swing, miss. Vinny still trying to dance into something and thrown out of the ring. Madden.
It's a billionaire mentality. Now let's see if Vincenzo can get up on his own.
Live from the Garden AWF Ignition this Tuesday. We thank you for being here. We could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with me and Agent K, calling Madden, calling Vincenzo, one-on-one. Vinny had enough. Springboard, tried it again. This time, no good. On the right hand to the back of the head.
A beautiful inadvertent dodge by Mr. Madden. Look at him. He's still trying to do that damn dance.
Reminds me of some good old Stoneface back in the day here. And, you know what, let me not mention him. Your blood pressure might shoot up as
You know, Vincenzo reminds you of Stoneface in more ways than one, Agent A.
And several shots, these kicks, right to the face. Down. Madden. One.
To put out the
two.
victory. Oh my God. How does Vincenzo keep getting up after Mr. Madden's best shots?
D. T. 1, 2, 3.
Well, after a lot of hoopla, Vincenzo picks up the victory here on Ignition. You know, I hope during this replay that there we go. Look at all that. All the action on the outside. All the contact with the concrete that Mr. Madden suffered in this matchup, in my estimation, is the only reason Vincenzo was able to pull out this victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Madden, he fought valiantly. A lot of people would have
surely
gone
did,
down.
and he fought clean.
Then he did too. Cleaner than most. Cleaner than the champion.
About as clean as the 125th D train station.
Very detailed, are you now, huh, man?
Well, listen, that's why they hired me.
We have more Monday, which this is not Monday, this is Tuesday. This is AWF Ignition. We have a potentially historic match. Bianca Belair taking on AWF Divas champion Kira Silva in a couple that, Kay, you have called many things. You said this couple is like a D1 athlete pairing up with a community college arts major. Those are your words, not mine. And that has sent the AWF community into a frenzy. They have called me and you a lot of things because we are not fans of this relationship.
Well, listen, I don't care if you think this is the new coming of Ben Jen or whatever couple name you want to give them. I knew CM Loaf much. He was close to me, and I say was because he's not to me anymore, and I knew the man personally, and I know that that's not the kind of woman that he goes for. That's not the kind of person that he is. That's not the kind of champion that he was or is or whatever the case is with the championship. All I'm trying to say is CM Loaf looks a lot different to me right now, and I think that Kira Silva is the physical manifestation of that change of the People's Champ. But none of that concerns this woman, Agent A. None of that at all.
And Belair ready to take on Silva. You know, again, even people have a lot of that. Kira Silva is a bad luck charm. That there are people going around on the, what do they call that? Cage match. And saying that, you know, Silva, everyone that Silva has been ringside with loses. And, well, no, they're not besmirching my favorite Michael Jackson song.
And these two are certainly an act, are there? Look at this.
There's only one, and Silva with that damn disgusting Divas Championship. She couldn't keep the belt. That looks like some. I want to say things I can't.
I'm glad that CM Loaf looks smitten. And I'm glad that he's gotten his AWF Championship back. It seems like everything has worked out for the People's Champ. But this right here, I don't think it's going to last long whatsoever. And that's because CM Loaf is not himself. He thinks that the people have turned on him, which is untrue. Look at this. That is just despicable. Look at them. Look at them. Look at this. I don't know how this man can't see that Kira Silva is manipulative. She's sadistic. She's sinister. And all this twirling around is unbecoming of a man who is world champion. Curtis must be laughing at this. And I hope that he is.
Well, there, the AWF World Champion around his waist. It was either a fine or giving up the belt, and AJ chose to keep his money. He doesn't want to save for an actual car. Remember Kira Silva blowing up the car he saved for?
Exactly. And that's the kind of woman that CM Loaf wants. That's the kind of company that he aligns himself with.
And this is the type of thing, you know, CM Loaf once heavily critiqued the relationship between Mamba and
I was just
Eve.
about to say that.
And then he gets his own Eve.
That's the kind of woman that Mamba Ant would usually go for. The woman who is up to no good.
His, as you called it, Kay, a rogues gallery.
Precisely.
And Bianca Belair, as you mentioned, she clinched this title shot this past yesterday at Yankee Stadium. Monday AWF, soon to be called Monday Night Chaos. 2 TIF superstars, 2 AWF with Spears, Univice, Bianca Belair, and Jaden. And well, Belair is the one who won, and Belair very much so could be the AWF savior, with unknowingly so. You know, she and Dakota Kai once went on an incredible mean streak over on this side of the AWF, and now with a chance again to potentially claim the Divas Championship, a championship that a lot of people wish Belair could have claimed one time ago, and now the chance to do it is here and now. It's Belair, it's Silva, one-on-one in the Garden, AWF Ignition.
The thing I like about Belair is that she didn't grow up in this sport. She didn't, you know, she isn't a family wrestler. She isn't a Nepo baby, as what they call it. She came into this...
Oh my, and a powerbomb!
She came into this industry with a track and field background, and she has made gold out of it. And has literally won gold, and now silver with a beautiful neck breaker.
can't forget that Silver is our double champion. She is the AEW Women's World Tag Champion, Women's Tag Champion as well, along with Winky. And, you know, that's even something right there. Silver's been recently trying to test Winky's loyalty. If it comes down to it, who is she going to pick? And, well,
Who is she to test somebody's loyalty? Like Kira Silva seems like the most loyal person. She's treacherous.
Oh, well.
And I hope that the People's Champ realizes
How? She's
sooner
in
rather
heels!
than later.
She's in heels! And she just sprung up like that! Silva! Sidewalk slam from Belair to Silva. And oh, babe, Bianca.
Look, she's going for the KOD, that kiss of death.
And Silva catches an elbow. Bianca, look at Bianca, just so game. Silva's trying to catch her breath.
She's not intimidated by the mystique of Silva. And she might hit it here. Oh, there we go. KOD.
Down on the mat.
This may be a quick one.
Hooks the leg.
To win
Do
the
we have a
Divas
new
Championship.
champion? No.
And Silva with an emphatic kick out.
Belair daring Silva for her best
here we go.
strike.
Here we go.
That might be a mistake, Kay. It might have been
Goes up.
down.
Oh my goodness, the Devil's Whisper right on the neck and shoulders. And look at CM Low. He is happy with what he's seeing.
2, kick out.
I know he's not happy about that. You know, CM Loaf has to respect and has to know, quite frankly, the kind of competitor and woman that Bianca Belair is. He's got to know that Silva is outclassed by Belair's power and athleticism.
And Silva off the ropes.
Look at that! Oh my goodness, she might have just shoulder tackled her arm off.
And he's clotheslines. 3 of them. Silva staggering to the corner. Swinging. Oh, big elbow to the face to the nose.
Lying in wait was Silva, and she made it work. But Belair, with those right hands. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh! A modified glam slam. Hooks the leg. And not even a 1 count. And double knees.
Silva doesn't hook the legs.
Insult to
1,
injury.
2 for the win.
Look at CM Low. Look at him. He looks like Shakespeare reaching out for nothing. This guy's pathetic.
Well, let him know how you really feel. Silva. And for the record, guys, Kay is married. He isn't a single incel like some might say.
I certainly am. I am married to a beautiful, beautiful woman who is much more moral than Kira Silva can ever be.
And oh well, oh my, Silva, top turnbuckle, Belair has to get out the way! Elbow drop! I just heard her yell, that's how you hit one, AJ. Well, that's mean. Scoop out the way, clothesline! Even in defeat, she's got to rub in some salt.
I don't know who she thinks she is, honestly. She's a new kid on the block. Has had under 50 matches here in the AWF. And all of a sudden, she can talk like she's a big shot because she's a double champion.
And, well, because she's the first and only woman to ever boo up that one right there. Oh, goodness, a Dominator on the outside to Belair. This could be over soon. On the outside, she has no answer for it.
Well, let's not forget that the EST that Bianca Belair adorns as a nickname is also found in Toughest. And I think that Belair has a lot more fight left in her if she has anything to say about it. Look at that. Boot to the shoulder. Is this another KOD from Belair?
How many does she need to put the Devil's Princess down? Here, now, she's off the ropes. Silva dodges. Scoop around, beautiful power!
Oh my God, what a tiger bomb! In the middle of that ring, and now Silva, the camel clutch.
No, man, choking the life out of Bianca Belair. Just tapped Akira Silva, and she is damn right to react the way she just did.
I am appalled. What a fight by Belair. Look at this. I'm afraid the match ended. Boom! At the concrete. And it was only a matter of time before Silva locked in this clutch.
And well, continuing on, just like the song, "Do You Remember the Time?" Kira Silva's champion tells Belair, "You can't see me," and she is having fun taunting the Madison Square masses. Somewhere, again, this is CM Slove's girlfriend's kind of hilarious.
I've got to go
comment
to my priest after this. I feel bugs.
Priest is insane. There's
Calling
a
up and
comment
down.
from one of our viewers that said this relationship won't last. Silva's outfit is better than Loaf's. And well, that is an astute observation. Usually, relationships like that don't last. Fashion types, they like other fashion types. CM Loaf, he's only a fashion type on a good day, on a runway day. Silva, she can wear it, and she wears the Divas Championship.
Well, I'm glad that they realized that this couple has zero chemistry. I'm not sure that their fashion sense is the first thing you want to worry about, but, I respect the enthusiasm.
And up next, ladies and gentlemen, is the main event. If you're a tag team fan, it's probably what you came to see. CNC Trees will face the winner of this upcoming match. Will it be Jey Uso and Jay White, or will it be the Devastators, Sadistic, the blue one, and Trey, the white one? And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this matchup holds big cards at the poker table. What that means, ladies and gentlemen, is that the winner of this matchup will choose the stipulation at end of days. It could be TLC. It could be an elimination submission match. It could be a Hell in a Cell. And listen, say what you want. It is into the hands of the champions if they, certainly up to Blitz, the leader of the Decepticons, to make that decision for them. You think he's not gonna slate his guys for the best opportunity possible? But that's assuming they get the win, because Jey Uso and Jay White, this deadly alliance of a sort, has been doing some good work and showing that old rivals do good as a team. They remind me of a TIF's version of AK-170, but without all the chaos. That's a very good thing. AK-170 wants to add on Angela, then they want to add on Goulash, then showing, then they have a bench, then they have a this or that, then they have a, these two, they're keeping it to the wrestling, as they can say. They're keeping it to the business, and the former TIF Hardcore Champion, Anoa'i, former TIF IC Champion, Uso, potentially coming into days, could be competing for title belt gold.
Well, that will certainly be interesting. Jay Anoa'i, if you haven't realized it, folks, of course, he was in TIF when he did it, but he is a former AWF Tag Team Champion, so he'd be going back to the promised land. Jey Uso has never won our belt, but he's a prolific tag team wrestler in his own right. But prolific might not mean anything to the Twins of Terror. Combined almost 800 pounds is what we're looking at when we look at the Devastators. Talk about comparisons in wrestling's history. Oh my God,
that's a terrifying sight.
Those two guys should not be moving that fast.
I thought I was gonna be able to hit some of the Mary. I guess not, ladies and gentlemen. The match is underway, and we have some violence to attend.
And it is violence that the Devastators want to impose.
Spear!
But main event Jey Uso with a main event spear.
And now down.
The official is going to have a night trying to rein these four men in. And now Sadistic with sadistic chops. And here we go. Up, down, Emerald Flosion hooks the leg. Jay and Hawaii to break up things. And you're looking at Jay and Hawaii. Look at the Devastators. Three guys who are monstrous, almost not human in the way that they think about professional wrestling. But Jey Uso, he can tap into that as well. That's how he won the World Championship. The man that he faced, Gunther, is a very, very vicious, serious man. And
Uso snap one. Sunset flip powerbomb. And now Uso.
Here we go. Sadistic is out of here. Jay White into the ring. And what a squaring off this is. Sadistic has Dana White up on the shoulders. What does one half of the Twins of Terror got in mind? Right to the turnbuckle. In the wrong corner, might I add.
And stomping away on Anoa'i.
And after this show, which has been absolutely just high speed, high velocity, the slow pace of the Devastators
on the powerbomb 1
has been absolutely gut-wrenching.
And down goes Trey for the miscommunication there. And here comes Sadistic.
And I'm assuming Sadistic just wanted to toy with Jay White a bit more.
And no, Anoa'i escapes.
That might have been a reckless decision. As now the Ghoul is back up on his feet, and he is poised to make another victim.
Anoa'i going up for the screwdriver. No, that move has retired some of TIF's favorite juror. And look out of the way yet again.
And then reverse DDT by Jay and Hawaii. I mean, really, if you're CNC Trees and you're looking at either of these teams, you might be asking yourself, what do I have to do to beat a Devastator or to beat the Ghoul and multiple-time tag team champion Jey Uso
on their own grounds? They're choosing and picking.
Precisely. I mean, just imagine if the Devastators,
who are Devastators,
threatening in their own right, pick a match where only they can use weapons or only they can have an advantage. That's got to be heartbreaking. And on a stage that is so big, like End of Days, where you're already nervous about if you can retain in front of the biggest crowd you've ever been in your career, that is monumental pressure, Agent A.
Devastate clothesline. Here comes a tag. Uso, Trey.
Oh my God! He just punched over Jay and Hawaii for that torpedo. Jesus!
Still up and staying alive.
What a feat of athleticism we just saw.
Anoa'i escapes. Look at that. Trey was about to
in a nonchalant counter there, but that's not too nonchalant now, is it? And Trey is waiting for Jey Uso to get up. Try the double axe handle. Jay's out of the way.
And toss aside.
Referee's count is at 2. This match really night and day with the opening contest between CNC Trees and NC Unit. This is not a fast-paced affair. This is going to get physical. It's going to get brutal. All 4 guys are going to realize that they went against the best this company has had to offer for even a shot. This is not even for the championships, is the name. This is for the chance to taste what it's like to be in that spotlight.
And here, Anoa'i, Trey, they scoop up off the ropes. Oh my goodness!
Oh, right on the top of the head. My God.
An attack to Anoa'i from Uso. The slaps away.
Devastators with a devastating forearm. And then Hawaii with a punch to the face. Trey says, oh my goodness, another torpedo. Torpedo right into the jaw.
1, 2, kick out, emphatic kick out.
And CNC Trees, their heart must have dropped seeing Jay and Hawaii drop.
And I know Uso, Trey is trying to get Uso off the apron.
Was trying to take care of him. And Sadistic, it's like he's eyeing Jay and Hawaii up and down to see where he can strike. But the Ghoul is a reactive man. And here we go. The Twins of Terror.
Wicked chop to Anoa'i. Another one. Now Uso goes ringside. elbow from Sadistic. Big
Oh
boot!
my gosh. Jeez Louise, that big boot could have sent Anoa'i's head flying straight into the front row. And now, another Emerald Explosion. That's a big man move from a big man. Cover. Oh, see you at end of days, Devastators.
Sadistic with the cover. And again, ladies and gentlemen, for the second time, the Devastators will enter End of Days competitors. And no one would have dreamed they would have got back here. But they will face CNC Trees on their own ground, on their own terms. And well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in.
Smash Mouth style versus the high-flying expertise of CNC Trees. It's a yin and yang battle that we had of End of Days. But what is going to be the stipulation of this terrifying tandem? We are going to find out in the following weeks.
And ladies and gentlemen, from me and Agent K, we do thank you for tuning in. And, if you enjoyed, I hope you do enjoy what's to come of End of Days. It's May 25th, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live from Memphis, Tennessee. Me and Kay will be there. The card is getting all but finalized. And ladies and gentlemen, again, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with us. We appreciate that. So again, from me, Agent A.
Was I supposed to say my name there? Listen, it's been a long night. All right, it's been a long night. Fantastic, fantastic show. This is the voice of Agent K. I'm glad that you all enjoy what we put on right now.
Ignition, we're the best wrestle. Wow.
Well, listen, it's hard. It is hard to disagree after what we just saw.
And well, you can catch us on Monday Night Chaos. Coming up Monday. One other day. Maybe we'll do a house show. Nah.